They called them temples, monuments, tombs. But they were wrong. These were not made for the dead indeed, but for the ones still sleeping. What if the temples of ancient Egypt weren't buildings at all, but machines? Machines of stone and shadow, carved to awaken something not in the world, but in the soul. The ancients did not build for utility. They built with intention, mathematical, mystical, cosmic. Every angle, every shadow, every glyph etched into limestone was a note in a song too sacred to be heard by the uninitiated. These structures were blueprints of the soul's return, maps to a higher order, hidden in stone. You did not simply enter a temple, you passed into a ritual. The architecture itself was alive. Corridors that whispered, ceilings that shifted light with the stars, symbols placed not to decorate, but to decode you. Only the initiated would understand where to look, where to stop, where to kneel. As you watch this, look again. One symbol will return, but I won't tell you when. To the outsider, it was just a hallway, but to the initiate, it was the first threshold. You were watched here, not by priests, but by the architecture itself. Each carving, each echo, each breath of cold air was a test of perception. Could you read the silence? Could you feel the unseen? This chamber had no ceiling, and yet it reflected the sky. They called it the place of becoming. A room where your false self was stripped away, not by force, but by recognition. To pass through, you had to find the one reflection that was not yours. If you were there, would you recognize the lie you live? True initiation was never a ceremony. It was a confrontation between the you who entered and the you who remembers. In this place, the gods did not answer questions, they asked them. And if you made it this far, there were no more words, only silence, and the knowing that what waited was not light, but truth. Few returned, fewer spoke, some never had to. There was an architect, but he was no builder. His name was Thoth, not a god of superstition, but of science, word, and memory. He did not invent writing. He invented remembering. The temples bear his formula, symmetry, proportion, and a geometry that sings to the soul. Symbols were not decorations. They were technologies, machines of meaning compressed into form, each one a riddle, each one a doorway. But here's the secret no modern textbook tells you. They weren't meant to be explained, but experienced. What if the symbol you've seen 3 times already wasn't just in this episode? You've seen it before, mount the eye. It is not watching you. It is waiting for you to see yourself. And if you have reached this point, something in you has already remembered what the temples truly were. The temple was never just a temple. It was a sentence written in stone, and you were always meant to finish it.